What's up traders, welcome to the weekly forex forecast for the 27th February 2021. So we are looking to the COT for the euro, and what we are seeing in here that the banks has been rising their longs positions, but they started to build some shorts as well, and we are seeing that the net position slightly dropped, and in the last week we have seen the drop on the euro and as well on some other dollar pairs. So here we are looking to the dollar, and what we can see slight growth in the longs positions and slight growth in the shorts. But here's the thing, actually we can see it here on the Aussie, right? So the data was released on the Tuesday, and we don't know what happened on the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Basically we can see it on the charts, but we don't have a data for that, right? So the COT actually is right now very not much useful. I mean, we can see what was happening, we can see where the data was, that for example here on the Swiss franc the banks added longs positions, then they added the shorts as well for this. So it actually they added some longs to the USD franc for the first time in the last 2 months. So there is some buying, some slight buying on the USD. Let's look to the USD Jpy here on the right side. So what we are seeing, look at this growth in the longs positions, right? Quite significant growth. They doubled their longs positions, and they closing the short positions. So the USD Jpy looks bullish to me as well. Next one will be the pound, and on the pound we can see as well the growth in the longs and not shorts yet any, but we can see that the pound actually collapsed on the end of the week, right? For the Aussie, what we are seeing in here is this, that basically we can see the decline in the longs positions and slight growth in the shorts, right? Very similar, it's in the Kiwi. What we are seeing in here, growth in the longs, the shorts not any big yet, right? So, and the last one, we will look to the gold. Actually I didn't see that properly, and look at this big decline in the longs positions. This is the lowest longs positions in this year, actually in the quite long time, and we can see the growth in the shorts, right? So what does that mean? This is quite significant changes, right? We can see all over the board. So some strength in the dollar might is coming, but let's come back to the COT for the second. We are seeing some strength, but still the bottom line is that this is still 2 times bigger, right? So we will need to see on the charts what's happening, and here is actually one thing which can help us to understand. So now we are looking to the Aussie, and I want to show you something. We have reached the monthly level, we have reached the weekly level, and we have reached the daily level as well, right? So as this institutional levels was reached, the price started to drop, and this happened actually the last time on the euro, and I'm seeing this pattern happening when we reach the monthly, weekly, and the daily level nested in it. Then we are seeing the bigger correction, right? So the more retail traders are right now buying than selling. So what I'm expecting in here, I would be looking for the smaller correction, and I might well take a short. We will see how far it will go, but looks bearish for me right now. Next one is a euro. As said, we have seen this on the COT, and we can see it here on my data as well, right? So what we are seeing in here, we can see that the banks actually has been building the longs positions while the price was dropping down, and then in this period they closed their longs positions. So what I'm thinking is that the price could drop on this bottom, right? Next one will be the pound. Pound, as said, we have seen the very bullish positions, and what we are as well seeing in here, same conditions, right? Look at this. I will bring the monthly level. We are in the monthly. I will bring the weekly level, touched, and look at this. Now I will bring the daily level, and look at this. Exactly on this daily level, which was the nested in the monthly and the weekly, we are seeing the reversal on the paper, right? So where it can go, Well, slight correction and continuation down is very possible in here. And I will show you this on the euro as well. At least this is something which really worth to watch, right? Look at this. Here we had this reversal, right? And I will bring this again. So this is the monthly. In it was the weekly, and here is the daily. See how it reacted in here? And we actually knew about these levels in the advance because that's the levels from the previous market structure, right? So by just watching this monthly, nested weekly, and in the weekly, the daily, we can expect this nice reversal. So that's what happened on the euro, right? And the pound as well, the same thing. And as well on the Aussie, this happened as well, right? So let's look to the franc. Franc does not have that good structure, but what we are seeing in here is that basically the banks has been building the positions. Let me bring the levels, right? There wasn't any of these. And yeah, so this looks good for me for being bullish, right? We can see the drop in the positions in here in this period. Actually we can see the drop. So what that means that we might see the correction before the price will continue higher, right? Next one will be USD Jpy. As said, we have seen on the COT that it's bullish, right? And I'm thinking that it can continue higher. So what I will be looking for in here is some smaller correction and then continuation up into the weekly level, right? So we have the COT is positive, the retail traders, less people in the longs, so that can have a power to go higher. Next one will be USD CAD. Right, again, so we have seen the drop in the positions, but we don't have a data for this, right? And look what happened, this sharp move, and look exactly again what happened in here, right? We have the monthly, we have the weekly, it's not here, we have the daily, right? So we have the monthly and daily levels. So look at this amazing reaction, right? So if the price will retrace a bit, we can look just for the some Fibo retracement if we don't have the level. So if it retraces around 50%, then simply take a long, right? So that's what I will be looking for. The last one will be, actually we will look as well the gold today. So this is the kiwi, and look at this similar situation, isn't it? So we have let me hide all the levels. So we have the monthly, we've been in the monthly, we've been in the weekly, here was the weekly, and in the daily as well, right? So here was not so clear, right? But once we start to reach the monthly levels, we can expect some reactions, right? So right now it's dropping. We can see there is a less people in the longs. However, it's actually doing this divergence, right? So we can see this longs probably growth from some, right? So we are seeing that in the past there was like 28% retail traders in the longs, 32, and currently is around 38. So what that means? That means basically that the longs positions of the retail traders are growing, but here is their average price, right? So they are actually in the loss. And here would be the liquidity, right? So the price can drop lower. So the shorts on the kiwi could work. This is the dollar, this is a gold, and we can see the gold is dropping really a lot. And where we are right now, so we are in the monthly level. There is the weekly level as well here, and we have the daily level here, right? So might we could get some correction higher? Let's see, because so let's see. I will not comment it anymore. And yeah, so this is it. So overall, if we look to the COT data, we can still think the dollar is very bearish. However, we're getting the correction right now, and we will see if this will continue with the appreciation for the dollar, or if it will be some bigger long-term reversal, right? So for the next week, I definitely have a plan, and in the long term, I cannot say right now. Okay, good luck, my friends. Bye bye.